In Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 61, Vegeta unveiled a new technique as a result of his spirit control training on Yardrat. The Yardrats gave this technique the name Forced Spirit Fission. Vegeta didn't name the technique himself as Goku had heard of it before, but stated he wasn't able to achieve it when he originally trained on Yardrat. The definition of fission is to divide or split into two or more parts. This is what the technique does in terms of energy. It frees, releases, and liberates energy from a target that was stolen from another source or sources. Goku described it in another way. He said it tears apart things that were combined through fusion or absorption. Once this energy has been liberated, the user can manipulate the energy to gather in one place and then be used for a certain purpose. In Manga Chapter 61, Vegeta chose not to absorb this energy into himself but return it to those innocents whose lives were sucked away by Moro, and to the universe in general. This action can cause the resurrection of the dead provided those life forms had potent life force, which doesn't include all the planets with inhabitants. Only certain races have potent life force, so only they were revived back. However, it can only also revive beings who died by their life energy being completely absorbed away. On a side note guys, consider subscribing to us if you're into Dragon Ball and hit the bell so you don't miss any uploads, and actually the best way to stay notified is by following me on Twitter, as sometimes YouTube notifications are lazy like Beerus. The Force Spirit Fission was tailor-made by the Yardrats to fight Moro, but it has uses against other villains too. Vegeta said it can be used to undo Namekian fusion, as Piccolo could be split back into the three Nameks that compose him in Piccolo, Nail and Kami. This technique could therefore split apart a villain who has absorbed other organic life forms. However, it's not confirmed whether it works with Majin fusion in Majin Buu or Android fusion as in Cell. Going into more depth, we know that Force Spirit Fission has two mechanisms of action. Firstly, physical contact is required with the target in the form of combat, as we witnessed in Chapter 60 in Vegeta vs Moro. This mechanism causes the target, upon contact, to physically cough out the Genki or living pure ki, then the user causes it to gather in a specific place. And the second mechanism is initiating the technique from a distance. The user merely has to face the target and stretch out their palms towards them. Mechanism 1 is preferred with opponents of similar strength, as physical contact can be achieved, whereas Mechanism 2 is preferred for stronger opponents. When we've witnessed the second mechanism in action, we know that Force Spirit Fission doesn't just work on beings which have stolen energy, it also works on single beings, as in Chapter 60 we saw Vegeta use it to split energy from several Yardrats. Therefore the technique can be applied to several targets at once. We also witnessed Elder Paibara demonstrate the technique on Vegeta in Chapter 56. The hand action that Vegeta used in Chapter 60 is the same as Elder Paibara used in Chapter 56. Therefore the same technique was used here. Paibara was splitting energy from Vegeta, and Vegeta was splitting energy from multiple target Yardrats. When it was performed on Moro, he became gradually weaker and looked as energy deficient as the Yardrats did in Chapter 60, so it is the same technique being used here. Vegeta chose to use the first mechanism of action as he wanted to get revenge on Moro and felt he could physically challenge him in power. In one way, the Force Spirit Fission is the opposite of the Spirit Bomb. The Genki Dama, as it's named in the Japanese, gathers Genki, which is living pure ki, across the universe to one location, whereas the Force Spirit Fission liberates ki and the user can send it back to its original place in the universe where it was stolen from. What's interesting is Goku, Vegeta's comrade, knows the Spirit Bomb, and now Vegeta knows the Force Spirit Fission. They make an even better team now, as their opposite techniques can complement each other in a battle. I hope you enjoyed going into greater depth with the Force Spirit Fission. Let me know your opinion of the technique down in the comments, and in case you missed it, check out this video in the corner on the hidden meaning why Vegeta always holds his left arm. It's really interesting and I think you should definitely check it out. Thanks guys for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please that like button and definitely subscribe to expand your knowledge of Dragon Ball and get coverage of Super. And lastly, check out the other videos of mine on the end screen and you're gonna help Universe 7 rank higher. Thanks, Kai Kai!